For today, I can write and graph a linear equation using the slope and y-intercept. Let's read together. 1, 2, 3. I can write and graph a linear equation using the slope and y-intercept. So today we're moving on, and we're already getting into two-variable equations. We started with that last week. Remember in the warm-up that I gave you equations that involve solving for y? Remember that? And then substituting a value for x. So today we're going to continue. So today, though, we're going to focus on something that we call the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, what is that? Let's see. Slope-intercept form is a special type of linear relationship that can be written in the form y equals mx plus b. What is the form? Y equals mx plus b. What is slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. Look up, please, to the screen. It's called slope-intercept form because which word comes first? Slope and then intercept. So look at this equation. What comes first on this side? The slope and then the intercept. That's how we know this is in slope-intercept form. Now, what does it look like with numbers and variables? Y equals x plus 1, y equals 3x minus 2, y equals negative 2x plus 3, y equals 3/4 x minus 5, and 5x plus 2 equals y. So, let me do some, let me use some technology here really quick. This one. So watch. Look up to the screen, please. So look at this. If I get this form, this is my y form, right? My slope-intercept form. Pretty much all of them match up, don't they? Right? So what is this first equation missing next to the x? A number, doesn't it? So what would be the invisible number there? 1. So m is 1. And what do we know m to be? The slope. And what is b? My y-intercept. What is my y-intercept? 1. Look at this next one. What is my slope? What is my y-intercept? Negative 2. Look at this one. What is the slope? Negative 2. What is my y-intercept? Look at this last one. What is my slope? 5. And what is my y-intercept? 2. Does everybody see that? All right. So now that we understand that, notice that they're all solved for y, okay, and all have the x and the constant on one side. Copy these non-examples, please. Oh, there was one more. Did I include this one on yours? Yeah, y equals 4x. Okay. Copy the non-examples. 4x plus 2y equals 8. Y equals 3 minus 2x. Y equals negative 5 plus 3/4 x. Bless you. So, look at the examples and look at the non-examples. Talk it over with your neighbors and let them know why these are not examples of slope-intercept form. Go ahead. Be nice. Look at this first non-example. Why is this not a slope-intercept form, Nisa? What formula? Oh, the form. Oh, I see. So, what does this need to, what is it that it needs to have specific? The y has to be next to the equal, so it has to be solved for y. Is this one solved for y? No. Okay. All right. And how about these two? Pass it to someone, Anissa? Noel? The slope is not first. What's first? The intercept. So notice here, it's intercept and slope instead of slope intercept. Does everybody see that on both? So what is the most important thing to remember? That they need to be solved for y, or in y form. And it has to be written in slope first, and then the constant last, which is the y-intercept. Copy that. All right, let's move on. Steps. I gave you some steps there, and I wrote them in there. Now, check this out. On yours, it says solve for y and write the equation in slope-intercept form. That's step 1. Step 2, identify and plot the y-intercept. Identify and use the slope to plot points. And number 4, graph your line. All those 4 steps that I gave you are to graph a line. Are we there so far? Which step are you missing? Okay, right underneath your steps, I want you to write number 5. It says, to write a slope-intercept form equation, first I write the form, and then I substitute the given values. So, once again, the first 4 steps are for graphing. The last step is to write an equation. Does everyone understand that? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. Copy that, please. All right. So, these 4 steps are for graphing, and the last one's to write an equation. So, for right now, we're going to start with this last step. Step number 5. Okay? So right underneath your steps, you have space, don't you? Yes, you do. So we're going to start with step number 5. And underneath that, I want you to write example Q. And write these instructions. Write an equation in slope hyphen intercept form with slope of -3 and y-intercept of 5. All right. Pens down really quick. Eyes up here. I'm going to do this one, and then I'll let you do the next one by yourself and see if you're going to see how easy this is. So the last step says to write a slope-intercept form equation. These are the 2 things that we need to do. Write the form and substitute the given values. So, can you give me the form, please? Gael, what is the form? Thank you. So that is our form. So that's step 1. Write the form. What do we do next? Substitute the given values. What is the slope? Which one of these is the slope? M. M is the slope. So instead of M, what am I going to substitute? -3. Then it says y-intercept is 5. Which one of these is the y-intercept? The plus b. So therefore plus, and instead of b, I'm going to substitute 5. So then I bring everything else down. So my equation is y equals -3x plus 5. Copy that, please. Very simple, right? And for those of you that have your colored pens, this is the time that you can use them to match things up a lot easier, okay? All right, underneath that, I want you to write this next one, example super Q. You don't have to write the instructions anymore, but I want you to find me an equation that has the slope of 6 and Y-intercept of -2. Copy that and write me my equation. Go. Okay. Let's see what you get for this one. Michaela. Oh, you're not done? Okay, we'll wait for Michaela. Help me with the first step, though. Okay, Renee, what'd you write? What is the first thing we write? Hold on. Y equals mx plus b. Thank you. So from there, we substitute values, and our equation is, Michaela, what'd you get? Hands, we got y equals 6x plus -2. That is correct. Who wrote it a different way? What'd you get? Y equals 6x minus 2. Do you guys agree that this one is also the same? Yes. That is correct. Those are the two ways of writing it. I'm sorry? Yeah, either one is correct. One more example. Power Rangers Q. Here we go. Y-intercept of -8 and slope -2/3. Go. I do it without touching my face. All right, here we go. All right, my bad. What'd you get for this one? Ricardo, what's your equation? Hands if you got that. Who wrote it a different way? Okay. Maddie, what'd you get? Hands if you got something like that also. That is correct. So, does everybody know how to write equations now given slope and y-intercept? Yes. Okay, now turn your paper over. Now we're going to kick it up a notch. All right. Now in the back, I gave you 3 graphs, right? But there's plenty of space above each one of those. So we're going to start on the top left. On the top left, copy that problem down. Example 1A says, write an equation and graph the line given the slope and the y-intercept. Write those instructions, please. Example 1A, write an equation and graph the line given the slope and y-intercept. Slope is -2/5 and the y-intercept 4. So, since you already know how to write the equation, I want you to do the first part. Write the equation. Don't graph it till I do the next part. Go. Copy that. Okay. I said you copied it, and then I told you to write your equation, right? And I'm going to graph it so you guys can see how to graph. All right, here we go. Can you give me your equation, please, for this one? Aaron, what'd you get? Y equals -2/5x plus 4. Hands if you got that. All right. So now that we got this, I want you to put your pens, pencils down. Look up to the screen, please. Okay? Look up, please. Now, in the past, remember when we graphed, you made a table, didn't you? Well, now I'm going to show you a shortcut where you don't have to do all that work. So pay attention, please. Here it goes. I look at my equation, and I'm going to start by identifying which is my y-intercept. What is my y-intercept, everyone? 4. So I circle it. That's the one I need to use. I look for that on my y-axis. It's called a y-intercept because when I graph this line, it's going to intercept the y-axis at what number? 4. So that's where I'm going to plot my first point. Don't do that yet. Just pay attention. You'll do that in a little bit. Look up, please. So I start there. Then I use my slope. I use my slope. Pens down, please. My slope tells me the rise over run. Who remembers that? Rise over run. Let me write that over here on the side. Rise over run. Remember when I gave the lady directions? I said, go from here to here. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you go 1, 2, 3. Remember that? The slope? Well, this is the rise. But the rise could also be a negative number. So what does that tell you? Then instead of going up, it goes which way? Down. So watch. Look what I'm going to do. It says 2 steps down, 1, 2. And the run tells me how many to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put my point right there. I'm going to do it again. Pay attention. Once again, what is the rise? 2 down, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once I have at least 3 points, now I can graph my line. Copy that, please. All right. So let's practice graphing before I give you one that you can do completely by yourself. So what if I gave you the equation? Look up, please. Y equals negative 1/4 x plus 9. Okay? Let's do this one together. Write it on your paper, please. Y equals negative 1/4 x plus 9. We're still on the very first graph, right? All right. So where do we start to graph on this one? Positive 9. So circle that and place your point at positive 9. And the slope tells me to, the run is what? Negative 1. That tells me to go down 1, 4 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do it again. 1 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. And graph your line. Let me give you one more. Y equals, how about 5x minus 7? What is our y-intercept for that one? Okay, I'm going to switch colors to blue. We're at negative 7, right? Where's negative 7? Down here. What is our slope? 5. But it needs to be in rise over run. What are we missing? So we put that over 1. So that tells me now to go 5 steps up. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 to the right. Place your point. Let's do it again from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 to the right. Place my point. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 to the right. Place my point. And my graph should look something like this. How we doing? Yeah? Show me with your fingers how comfortable you are with these. 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Okay, we've got some 5s, some 4s, some 5s, 4s. Okay, not bad. So basically, that's all we're going to do for today. I'm going to ask you, number 1, to write your equation. Do we know how to do that? Yes. And do we know how to graph an equation? Yes. All right. The only dilemma, though, look up, watch. Look at this next one. That one's easy. Also, look at this one. You don't have to copy the whole thing, but I want you to write your equation. Y equals, write your equation, please. Who has the equation already? Okay. What is it, everyone? Plus 1. So this one, where do we start to graph? At 1. What is my slope? 2 down, 1, 2, and how many to the right? 1, 2, 3. Once again, 2 down, 1, 2, 3. You graph your line, and that's how we do those. Pretty simple? All right, your home play for tonight is on page, what? 542. Enjoy your home play. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.